right, welcome back to Terrible Fishing. Today we're going to talk about my boat. I know, the Foldcat 375 is absolutely a dream, and I want to tell you the history of this boat with me and the nice improvements they made. So let's watch the funny intro. All right, so the Foldcat by SeaEagle. This particular boat that they make is probably the most versatile boat you could possibly have. And let me show you a quick little picture, and we'll move me to the side just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, so here we go. This is my Foldcat. So the Foldcat you can fit any way you want. You can put a gas engine on it. I have an electric one on it. See this bar up there? There are two improvements that they made to this boat. One, they added more deck space and a front bar. So basically that's three improvements. Actually, we'll get to the third. This is really good. Right there. Boop, 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 boop. But I don't put it there. I put it way back here because it helps me get in and out of my boat. So the bar and adding more deck space was a big deal for me. I mean, it's really a big deal. It helps me. I have brain injury. Now, the original did not have these two things. They had a very little area here and then no bar. And so I never sat up front. No big deal, right? But as I have been injured, this bar helps me, and you'll see him on another picture where I put it and how it helps me so much. The next improvement is that in the original one, these pontoons were one chamber. Now they made it into two chambers in the new model. So now my last one lasted 15 years, my first one. Never had a puncture. Things as tough as steel. I mean, these things just are so tough. If you get a hole in it, I don't know how you're going to do it without drilling one in it. But if you do, you're only losing half a pontoon now. So, that's really more of a peace of mind. I was fine with just two chambers, but now you got four chambers. So that's actually nice. Now, another nice thing about this, something I don't do now, but I did on my first one, is that they roll up. And it takes about 15 minutes to unroll it, set it up, and inflate it, and get it launched. So that's pretty much and I used an electric pump on it. This actually went in the back of my minivan. And yeah, I had this big giant boat. It's 12 and a half feet long in the back of my minivan. It fits in the back or in the trunk. So very easy if you don't have a truck. If you do have a truck, good for you. Like I have a truck. I love my truck. So now this is my boat all fitted up. I just leave it inflated. I throw it in the back of the truck, and that's what I do. Now you can see what I've done. Yeah, I changed the seats. By the way, the seats that came with it are really comfortable. But I thought I could get more comfortable after they broke. It took a while for them to break, but they kind of, I'm fat, and then I handle really fat people really well. So I bought these, and then I replaced the foam in it. This is not a cheap thing to do, by the way, because really good closed cell foam, really good foam is expensive. And I only did it to my seat. So whoever sits up at the front, they gotta tolerate, a squishy, seat. My seat is really comfortable. Their seat, not so much. But that's the privilege of being the captain. Now I've got a 7-inch Garmin side imaging fish finder on mine, and you can see it right down there. The transducer arm sort of tilted up. but you can tilt it down. And there's my battery. And then I got a 55-pound thrust Newport engine. That's real important because Minn Kota 55-pound thrusts, they don't do too good. They just don't go very fast. This 55-pound thrust has a battery indicator, which really doesn't work on lithium-ion batteries, which is what I use. But it also has a tilt head, 3-blade prop, and it goes so much faster, about 30% faster than the Minn Kota. Definitely Newport. Definitely. I have 10 rod holders on this boat. 10 of them. You can see some down here that I have laid down. I could put 6 down here if I want. Actually, I have more than 10. And then I've got rod holders on the back, the very back, on the very back, everything. I got a lot of rod holders. And I've got an anchor winch right down here. So I can go ahead and, it's got a Scotty's anchor winch on it. So, and then I put the casting bar in the very back instead of up at the front. I do that so I don't fall out of the boat. I can get in and out of my boat with ease without worrying about falling overboard. So I like that. And I really didn't like it up front. And it's great for the person up front, but when you're casting, it's kind of in the way. So put it in behind me. I never cast behind me. Although, yeah, I troll, but I don't cast back there. So really nice. And this fabric down at the bottom, really tough. You're told not to stand on it. I've stood on it a few times, but it is really tough. It's self-bailing, really simple. I love the construction of this. These 18-inch pontoons are massive. It's got about a 5-inch draft to it too, so I can get right into the lily pads in it. So a friend of mine took this picture of me. That's me out on Lake of the Woods. And you can see, it's just fine. If I had somebody up front, it would plane a little flatter. But nonetheless, I'm 300 pounds. And I've got a battery back here, and I've got a bunch of other stuff. To be honest, there's probably about maybe 400 pounds in the back of that boat, and look at it. Throw a skinny person up front, I'm good to go. I can throw a big guy up front if I want. I've done that. But this boat is extremely versatile. There's no winterizing, and I just roll it up, stick it in the bag it comes in, and then I stow it in my garage in a box, in a storage box. So it's in a box, and it's, all the accessories, and stuff like that. They give you a bag for that too, so you just throw all that in the bag too. This boat is fantastic on lakes. It's fantastic on rivers, awesome on rivers, and oceans. I've taken it on oceans. So I've never even been close to tipping it. I can stand on one pontoon, and I'm a big guy. One pontoon on one side and not tip this thing. It is just a very stable craft. That's the reason I got it, because you guys know I almost lost my life capsizing my kayak, which was this very stable kayak. In fact, I had pontoons on it, outriggers, but one broke off and flipped it a go. I can't imagine a better value of a boat. This boat only costs about $1,500 unfitted. You want the casting bar. You really want the casting bar. So get the one with the casting bar, worth its weight in gold. Then you fit it. Usually double that price for fitting it the way I do it. A 7-inch Garmin's going to run you $500. A lithium-ion battery about $350. So and then some miscellaneous stuff. So that's about $1,000 right there. So that boat fitted is about $2,500, not counting all the tackle and rods that are on it. But brand new boat for $2,500 is going to last you 15 years or more. That fits in your trunk. I don't know. That's a pretty good deal, guys. You know how many compliments I get on my boat? constantly. In fact, the person who took this picture didn't know me at the time. They became good friends of mine. But the wife took the picture because she thought it was the coolest boat and wants her husband to buy one. And Mark's thinking about it. But she didn't know me at the time. She just saw me out on the lake, and we became very good friends. Really a nice, you just can't go wrong with this boat. SeaEagle's a great company, by the way, and they're good customer service. Every company I recommend, I've had good customer service reactions, relationships with them. So you will get what you pay for on this one, and more. You really will. It's just one of those really cool things. So I don't know, Foldcats. I mean, put down below, if you've got yourself a portable boat. This thing rolls up and goes in a bag in your trunk. You do not need a trailer. You do not need a truck. I love having a truck, though, because I don't have to deal with putting it out all the time. It's always in the back of my truck. And it slides in and out just like launching a kayak. Except it's stable. And I can put somebody else in it. I can carry more stuff. And I can have more fun. It's got a motor. And it doesn't flip over. Did I say that already? Yeah. It's more stable. So anyway, that is my boat. You will absolutely love it. I'll put a link to SeaEagle down below. And you guys check it out yourself if you're thinking about buying a boat for this year. It's a 12.5 foot boat. It is I don't know. SeaEagle. They're awesome. Now funny for my funny bobblehead.